Hiya lovely people, it's me. Can I just say, in 2023, we're obsessed with ourselves. If you are obsessed with yourself, yes, end of discussion. If you haven't already watched the video that I literally filmed in this exact spot, just posted, already posted, so you should go watch it. It's about why you should worry about the girl best friend. It's very interesting from the girl best friend's perspective. But yes, last piece of orange, let's go. No, it's not one of those sorts of videos. Today I want to talk about career. Sorry, let's start again. Today I want to talk about careers. Choosing a career. Choosing not just a job, but something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Something you want to focus your energy on. It's going to make you money, okay? Having a career is seen as a great thing. But I believe a person's career has actually become more of a status quo. Or is that a thing? A status? All about status. I don't believe that everyone chooses a career these days or carries on in a career because they enjoy it. I feel like a lot of people stay in the same job for so many different reasons, because they can't leave. They're not trained in anything else. They don't know what else they could do. I think a lot of people kind of glamorize their career, just keep telling themselves that, oh, like, this is the life for me, like, I'm just getting out, I'm making loads of money. But it's like, are you happy though? Sometimes I think people just forget that we're all gonna die. You know, I like to remind myself every single day that one day I'm gonna be gone, which really helps me, motivates me to do what I want to do. Anyways, I'm not judging anyone, by the way, just a little bit of a disclaimer. We've all been there, we've all been in jobs that we hate. I'm currently not in a job that I'm obsessed with myself, so. But yeah, just a little background. I have chosen a career. I have taken a leap of faith and I'm now training to be a psychotherapist. Nothing feels more aligned to me than this right now. And when I talk about it, I feel like my face lights up. I'm very excited about it and it just feels right for me. Right. So I feel like I'm now in a position to try and help other people find out what their thing is and what they want to do as a career, whilst also telling you to not have a career. So let me get into it. Let me explain what I mean. We are going to be referring to this book, as I have just shown earlier. It's called Ikigai. It's the Japanese secret to a long and happy life, and it explains how to go about picking a career. But yeah, I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. So first off, I want to talk about the pressure of becoming something or becoming a somebody. Do you know what I mean? The pressure of feeling the need to have something to show for. It's a lot of pressure. You get pressure from your parents, you get pressure from school, from college, from uni, from Instagram. You open Instagram and you're like, oh shit, there's people out here making lots of money, making moves, doing what they love. And you're just kind of like, when is it gonna be my turn? I just feel like what people do to make money has become such a huge thing. Like such a huge thing. And I don't even know how to take that pressure away from you. But I urge you to remove yourself from that bowl, from that space. Take yourself out for a second, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, and just think about life on a wider scale. Really reflect on the fact that you are gonna die one day. Like, I know it sounds dark, but like, reflect on that. And it really takes you out of this bubble of Instagram and what everyone else is doing, and these tiny little things in our world that we really cling on to. Just take a step back for a second and really start to go back to the basics, you know? Think about what matters, and not even just what you think should matter to you, what actually matters to you. Like, what do you care about? And then you might have certain things that you hold very close to your heart. Just try to go back to the basics and ground yourself and take away for a moment that pressure of needing to be something. Think about who you actually are without whatever it is that you're studying right now, or whatever the path that you might want to go down, or the path that you think you should go down. Who are you without that? Because that's really where you need to go back to to live a long and happy life, in my opinion. This leads on to my next point quite nicely. Try to change your perspective on this a little bit. So instead of aiming for a career or a job, aim for a lifestyle. So you know when people say, oh, what does your future look like to you? Where are you? Like, what do you do on an everyday basis? What kind of lifestyle do you want? And then return back to that question of what do I want to do? Because if your career doesn't give you the lifestyle that you want, you probably shouldn't pick that career, because at the end of the day, a job is a job, but life is life. You know what I mean? If you don't have the lifestyle that you want, if you're not waking up every day and doing what you want to do and having, you know, you might want to have time with your kids, you might want to go on holiday more often than the average Joe. It's whatever it is to you. So if you can't do that, is it worth missing out on life for a career, for a status, for a certain salary? You know, start to think about this choice and this decision as something that's not so permanent as well, because as much as people like to say, you know, oh, you know, once you've done a degree in something, you have to follow through and that's the only thing you can do. But it's just not the case, like, especially in this day and age, like, it's not the case anymore. You can literally decide you want to be something, and if you have enough will and enough motivation to do that thing, enough resilience, should I say, because motivation is fleeting. Motivation is not something that you just have or don't have. Like, it comes with action, with effort, with resilience. So if you have enough resilience and you are willing to do something, you're gonna do it. I believe that we can all achieve whatever we want to achieve. So I feel like a lot of it is having more confidence in yourself as well, and not just settling and being like, oh, I could do that. Like, I know I can do this. You know, I've studied this for this amount of time, I can do this, I'm just gonna do that. No, like, this is your life. Your life is not gonna go on forever. You're going to die. Keep reminding yourself of that, and prioritize happiness over security. I love security. I'm a Taurus. But sometimes you have to prioritize your happiness over that security, over that safety, over that comfort blanket, you know? So yeah, what I'm trying to say is that your career should not be your identity. You know, if all you are is a doctor and you don't have anything outside of that you feel is yours, or you have that connection to yourself in the sense that you just kind of identify as a doctor now, it's going to take over your life. Again, you need to start thinking about life in the sense that there's life and then there's a career. It's whatever it is to you though. Like, you want it to be half of your life, cool. If you want it to be a quarter, 3/4, sorry. This is difficult. I'm not telling you to live your life in a certain way, but this is the way I view it, and it's made me feel so free, you know? And even if I'm not actually free, I feel like at least in my mind I'm free. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, your career just shouldn't be your whole life or your whole identity. Just don't do that. Let's get into the practical ways to actually choose a career, because I've just basically told you not to choose a career and not to like put all your eggs in one basket and like be really hyper focused on your career. But at the same time, that's like kind of annoying advice. If I was like trying to figure out what to choose, someone was just to say, oh, just chill out, you're gonna die, like you should just like go with the motions, I would be pissed off too. So let's actually give you some practical ways to find out what you want to do. Because I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a career. I myself am moving towards having a career, so I'm not telling you to not have one. Okay, so yeah, stop looking at what is being offered to the general public, right? You know, these jobs that people are like, okay, so teacher, doctor, nurse, politician, you know, all these jobs that people know about. Stop just thinking, oh, which one of those do I fit into, and start making a job or a career fit with you and your needs and your wants. Start looking at your own like natural abilities, your qualities, what makes you unique, what makes you tick, like what gets you excited, what gets you passionate, what are you naturally more inclined to do, because that is a lot of the time gonna help you pick which career, which job to choose, because you want something that's gonna feel good. If you're naturally good at something, you're gonna really enjoy doing it because you're naturally good at it and it's satisfying. Do you know what I mean? Just remember, this is about you. This isn't about you trying to fit into a job. This is about you taking a job or a career and molding it to what you want it to be. So for example, I'm training to be a psychotherapist, but I am not putting all my other goals and dreams on hold for that. Do you know what I mean? At times I'm going to be more focused on training to be a psychotherapist than I am with other things. You know, you have to find a balance somewhere, but I really urge you to not pick a career and then disregard all of the other goals and all of the other things that you're good at, For example, like I'm only just getting started, do you know what I mean? Like being a psychotherapist is going to be a huge part of my life, but I'm also going to have so many other things going on, even if it's in little blips or if it's, you know, people don't know about it or it doesn't matter. I've changed my mindset. I'm not just like, oh, like now I'm gonna be a therapist and all the other things that I want to do I can't do anymore because I've chosen to do this. No. From a very young age we're told, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, and then you pick subjects to match what you want to do, and it's like it causes a lot of people to have a very narrow view on what their future is going to look like, you know, and it can be quite depressing, especially when you don't know what you want to do, because you feel like there's like one answer out there, but there's not. You can make up jobs at this point. You could make up a job. Do you know what I mean? You have the power. But yeah, just to give you a bit more comfort, like I've not always known I wanted to be a therapist. One of the biggest reasons why I want to be a therapist is because of all the that I've been through that got me to this point where I'm like, wow, this is something I really want to do. This is something I know is going to make an impact on so many people's lives, and it's something I know I'm naturally capable of doing, and it just feels so right. So the reason why I'm here today and I know the path that I'm going down is because I've been through some not so nice things. So these moments now, like when you're struggling and you're trying to figure stuff out, that is a lot of the time very valuable, as well as being happy and living your best life. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be on this path if I hadn't have gone through any of that. So it's just a little food for thought. Time to chill out and allow the negatives and the positives to flow through your life as they should. I also didn't have a great time at school. I didn't enjoy it. I was quite depressed at school. Then went to college, hated it. Went to college again, did something that I love, did dance, loved it, kind of hated it at the same time. I just never really liked education, but like that was a very healing time for me, going back to college and doing something that I loved. And then after that I was like, light bulb. Oh, honestly, like it just clicked. It really did just click, and I was like, this is what I'm doing. I have been lost on what to do since I was asked that question of what do you want to be when you're older. I actually know that's a lie, because when I was younger I was so adamant that I wanted to be a teacher. I was like, I'm going to be a teacher when I grow up. I used to talk to an empty room. So things changed, do you know what I mean? That's another thing. You can be very, very sure of something, and then you'll be a completely different person 5 years later, and you might want to do something else. That's fine too. Last but not least, let's take a look at the Ikigai. If you haven't read this, I really get it, because this really helped me as well. I'm going to try and find the actual symbol diagram. Where is it? It's actually on the back of the book, and I don't think it's inside the book, it's on the back. So I'm just gonna hold it up here. I don't know if you can see it. If not, I'm gonna put a big diagram on the screen so you can see it. So Ikigai basically means a reason to wake up in the morning. So rather than a job or a career, it's a purpose. So it helps you to find your purpose in life. And again, I don't actually think we all have one purpose, but this just helps you find a purpose that, and I quote, you love, that the world needs, that you can be paid for, and what you're good at. We also have passion, mission, profession, and vocation. Basically, you just use this diagram and you write everything that applies in each bubble. The one that lands in the middle on the Ikigai is your purpose. There you go. It's over. You've done it. No, but honestly, this is just a great guide to really help you think about all those different points. You know, what am I good at? Like, what can I actually be paid for? And what is it that's going to get me out of bed every morning, you know? What am I truly good at? What am I passionate about? So I honestly really recommend getting this book. I don't know how much it is. I'm gonna link it. Oh, this one was actually $12.99, but I'm sure you can get them cheaper on Amazon or eBay. I will link a cheap one down below, because I always want to help you save your monies. Okay, but yeah, that's really it. That's really all I wanted to say. I say that's literally it, as if I've been talking for 2 minutes. I've been talking for 21 minutes. I just want to encourage everyone to, first of all, let's just take a really deep breath together, okay? And your problems are solved. I just want to end the video by saying no decision is a wrong decision. You make a decision, you do not have to stick to it. It might make sense to stick with it for a little bit, for your own benefit, but then you need to eventually move on because you deserve to live a life true to yourself, true to you, a life that allows you to be happy and joyful and help others and help yourself and make lots of money. You know, it's no shame. I'm gonna make lots of money, you're gonna make lots of money. Let's just support each other in that. I hope you took something from this video. I feel like I've been rambling a lot, but I had some good points. I got some good points in there. Yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling about your career or your job prospects, and let's have a little chat. And you can also message me on Instagram at @itsloz, same on YouTube. Easier for you guys to find me. And yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's getting very dark now. I'm going to finish sorting out my room. I'm doing a deep cleanse, so I'm gonna get on with that. Hope everyone else has a lovely evening, day, night, morning. I don't know when you listen to this, when you watch it, but yeah, I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate everyone who watches these videos. I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.